Due to unforeseen circumstances, I find myself in Victoria this week. So I thought I'd go to some anthropology related stuff while I'm in Melbourne, make the most of it. I'm currently staying in Hawthorn, which is a suburb about 20 minutes out of the CBD. It's a pretty terrible day out for filming, so I'm hoping I don't get too rained on my way there. So today it's a Wednesday and I'm going to RMIT for an ethnography reading group. We're reading a chapter from a book within the project called How the World Changed Social Media. It's a project led by Daniel Miller, all about how people in different places around the world mold different social media platforms to their own socio-cultural purposes. It's open access, so I'll leave a link to the stuff in the description if you want to check it out. Just thought it'd be an interesting thing to go have a look at, since I'm kind of interested in that stuff, even though my project's not explicitly about that. On Friday I'm going to Melbourne Uni to go to Ethnoforum, which is a monthly seminar they hold, where the academic staff from anthropology and HDR students like myself come along and talk about kind of like what I'm trying to do with this vlog, a lot of the practical sides of doing ethnography and the issues that we face and stuff. So the theme this month is visual anthropology, so multimedia stuff, that sort of thing. Figured since I'm doing this research vlog, that was pretty relevant. So I'm going to check that out on Friday.
Songs on the marketplace when you were by, gave me the eye, and in that moment I finally had tasted. When you were by, gave me the eye, and in that moment I finally had tasted.
So it's kind of hard to explain what I like about Melbourne so much. I think it's kind of just that you spend a certain amount of time in a place and make a lot of good memories there and form bonds with people. I just feel really at home here, even though I haven't lived here for more than like a year. Just being around familiar buildings and train stations and stuff just makes me feel happy every time I come here, which is nice. I just heard a little girl go, "State Library!" and it was really cute, and I wish I was filming it. But this is the State Library. And there's a shopping centre over the road with a cinema and stuff, lots of good bars. Melbourne has lots of good bars and lots of good cafes and lots of good music. So this is RMIT, right in the middle of the city and home to some sort of construction site right now, which is not very photogenic. But whatever. I've never actually been in anything here before, so hopefully I can find where I need to go easy enough. This side of the building is much more photogenic. So that was really good. We hashed out some critiques of the chapter, and then the author Skyped in halfway through and we got to do a Q&A, which was pretty awesome. It was even more relevant than I thought it would be, because we ended up talking a bit about YouTube and presenting anthropology to a popular audience and how we change the content and how much theory we involve and that sort of thing. So that's really relevant to what I'm thinking about with this vlog, actually. So I'm just going to go get some late lunch now. Weather's improving, which is nice. I thought it was going to rain today. I'll check back in again on Friday when I'm going to Melbourne Uni. Kudos to RMIT, by the way, for having a really engaged digital ethnography scene. There were people there doing research on live streaming and photography and all sorts of stuff, which isn't something I really hear talk of too much at ANU. We're kind of more old school, I guess, going to villages and stuff. But yeah, so that was good. I hope I can make it to more of their events in the future.
My love, who am I to love? What am I to love without your love? My love.
So I was saying before that Melbourne has really good coffee,
and here we are getting 7-Eleven coffee.
Why are you touching me?
How do you rate 7-Eleven coffee?
It's actually not bad, and I don't appreciate it.
It's pretty cheap. Welcome to the University of Melbourne. Let's go find where I need to go. So if I have one take-home message from this episode, it's don't feel bound to your own institution, even if you're just an undergrad. Particularly if you're in a larger city like Melbourne where there are lots of different universities, do make an effort to go to stuff at other places. Usually there's lots of public lectures and seminars and reading groups, all that sort of thing that are open to anyone from anywhere really, even if you're not a student at all. Academia only works if it's a community. It's just a really good idea to make use of all the resources that are available to you. And, you know, sometimes that involves going to other places and meeting different people who you don't usually have contacts with.
4,000 miles, shipped tears and smiles, and landed in the bay. After miles I walked and the words I talked played on the porch of some dancers that day. So I steered my fear as I turned around to flip my plane and watched her in the arms of another man. But my heart came round cause I paid my dues and I bet you while I was on my way. Yeah.
We're off now to the best part of Ethno Forum, which is drinks after the fact.
It's been 16 days till I pack my bags and I'm heading off to the riverside of Brisbane. Gonna walk some miles, gotta bring down smiles, gotta pay my way to get on over to London.
So as you may have gathered from the pictures, that presentation was about photographs of anthropology. What it involved was the researchers gathered photographs from a whole range of different anthropology department websites from universities all over the world and analysed the trends in the ways that we portray the discipline to the general public. And the results were basically that departments tend to portray anthropology in a very stereotyped way that is rather colonial, images of white men in African tribes and that sort of thing, which is an image that is not really representative of what anthropology today is all about. So much like the RMIT discussion about ways of making anthropology appeal to broader publics and how to market ourselves, that talk was really useful for me thinking about this vlog. It made me reflect on the fact that already a couple of my thumbnails, I'm automatically gravitating towards the exotic stuff. I have a yurt on one and I have Thai dancers on the other. Now, I don't know that those examples are particularly problematic, but I don't know, it's not something I really thought about because I did kind of automatically just gravitate towards those images because I feel like people find them interesting. People are more likely to click into the video if they see something that grabs their attention like that. Now, the issue, of course, is not everybody is going to be drawn by that image and then come to a greater understanding of the complexities. Some people are going to see that image and associate it with anthropology and then move on, and then they have a distorted view of what anthropology is. So that's one of the problems we were talking about at Ethno Forum this month. So hopefully if you stick with this series, eventually some of those complexities will become apparent by seeing the project play out over time rather than just having a quick snapshot of it in a single image. So please subscribe to get that experience, and I'll see you next time.
It's command.